we're going to start off with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here safe and soundly, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to wake up with the breath of life. Now that we're here, Lord, I ask that may this recording impact who it needs to impact, Lord. Let it change lives. Let your Holy Spirit shine through all of this and allow us to go home safe and soundly, Lord. In Jesus' name I do pray.
Amen. Amen.
All right, you ready?
Get to it, bro. Yeah, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome. I am very excited to be here. I am humbled. I am blessed to be able to have this conversation here. But before I even introduce who I'm with, let me introduce myself. I go by the name of Caleb, most known as CK, representing Realist 10, If You That Sell Podcast, all that good stuff. However, though, today I'm representing a friend. I'm representing you guys. We are here today to get to know exactly who this guest is. But if you don't know, picture this. If do-it-yourself was a person, this picture will be here. If multi-talented was a person, his picture will be on it. But just in case you don't know, I'm gonna give you a rundown of who this man is, right? Number one, he's a man of God. He's a DJ, he's a barber, he's a model, musician, photographer, videographer, podcaster. He's a mechanic. And if you don't know, you should know by this song right here. See the mirror, yeah, it's a blink. See the
clip.
You feel me? But not only can we talk about his skill, but we can talk about his education. He has an associate and bachelor's degree in science. He's the self-proclaimed best retoucher and photographer in NYC. And most importantly, above all, he is an entrepreneur. Please, everybody, put your hands together for the one and only Jody, AKA Mr. Paparazzi, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, man.
Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad to be here and share this moment with you guys.
Of course, me too, man. Whoa, how you feeling, man?
After this crazy setup that we had to do to get this thing going and looking the way it's looking, I'm all right. I could breathe right now.
That's good.
Let's get into it.
All right. So first thing I want to ask you, right? So we know Mr. Paparazzi, but first thing I want to ask you is, who is Jody and his being?
I feel like that's like that's the personal me, like outside of the business, white collar off, you know, that's the guy behind the camera, the guy behind the other talents and whatnot that you listed. And I feel like that's a chance, like that person is a chance for me to like connect with reality. You know, sometimes when you run a business, like, you know, people just see you as like, oh, this guy is doing this and I see him as that and that only. I'm like, nah, like I'm cool. Like I go outside, I hang out, I listen to the same music y'all listen to. I play sports, you know, I eat the same stuff as you guys, but you know, just because I don't post that on my business page, it kind of gives like this like distant like alias of like, yo, who is this guy, you know? So I like to kind of keep the other side like, you know, present to the public still.
Okay, so then who is he in his full being? You know, I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by that. Kobe said it best, R.I.P. Kobe. He said, can you be the same beast, but a different animal? So who is Jody in his full being?
I would say full being is like, when you say Mr. Paparazzi, when you address me as such, I'm considering like my brand. I'm considering my retouching skills, my photography skills, and like strictly that. You know, Jody is the guy that like, you know, that you could call at 3 a.m, like, yo, bro, I need help with this. Or like, yo, can you do this gig for me last minute? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's not the picture guy. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna call me to do a photo shoot at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy.
And if you do, I'm gonna be available. And if I'm not available, my guys is right here. They're gonna take care of that. So, you know, that's the dude that's like, you know, like RIP to my father, but my mom used to always tell me that like my dad was like a person that like he was always trying to use his gifts and talents to help others. You know, even in his eulogy, like they were saying like, yo, like he had a nice truck. You know, he used to like drop people where they needed to be, and you know, make sure people got to church. He was a musician as well.
Beautiful.
So it's like I kind of take after that in a sense. Like I got a big heart, but I'm just a little smarter with my heart now because, you know, having a big heart could, you know, there's some disadvantages to that. So I try to be cautious with who I help, how I help them, how much I help them,
Yeah.
when I help them, and you know the climate of it. But generally, like I'm a genuine dude. I come with good vibes, and I don't mean no harm to nobody. You get
That's
what I'm
good.
saying? Like friend, family member, significant other. Like I come with good intentions. I don't wake up with evil thoughts and like try to like bad mind people and you know stuff like that. So I
That's
feel
good.
like the Jody separates me from the clicking of the camera and staying behind the computer and retouching pictures. Jody's like, oh, this is the guy that helped me do this one time, and you know, things of that sort.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so, with knowing who you are, being that genuine guy that doesn't come, with, malintentions and anything like that, would you say that, your spirituality with getting to know who God is and, being connected, because that's a big part of your brand that you have, which is, God is everything to you.
Right.
So would you say that you're a spiritual person, one, and would you say that you tapping into your spirituality shapes who you are right now?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like me getting closer to God, you know, when you get closer to God, like everything around you changes. Like your circle,
For sure.
how you view things, how you react to things.
Yeah.
There's been times in my life where I was like, yo, like, what would Jesus do in this situation? And sometimes I'd be mad as hell. Like clients will piss me off.
Yep.
You know, family members will piss you off, and then you got to sit there and really be like, you know, because the Bible says we got to forgive 70 times 7. That's 490 times to let somebody take advantage
Wait a
of
minute.
you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You actually timed?
Yeah, no, like think about it. 70 times 7. That's how many times the Bible said to forgive. But I don't think they meant it in a literal
For
sense.
sure, for sure, for sure.
They meant it like if you're gonna forgive somebody that much times,
Yeah.
you might as well just continue to do it
Continue.
and do it and do it and do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like me coming closer to Christ and like making that a part of my lifestyle, it's like you aspire to be more like him.
Yeah.
And like, you know, over the years I realized like revenge is not really the best, because my get back game was it. Like you cross me, I'm crossing you back times 10.
Damn.
And now it's like it's hard to be the bigger person. Like
Yeah.
it's very easy to do the wrong thing. It's easy to retaliate. It's easy to react. And you know, sometimes I've been in situations where people was like, yo, why you didn't say this? Why you didn't hit back or whatever? I'm like, you gotta do the math. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, what am I gonna get out of that? You know, like if I stoop to your level and you know, I put myself in a position where I'm in harm's way or whatever, and I don't want to, you know, do that to myself. So I try to just be smart about situations. Not everything got to be violent, you know, like even in a relationship, like, yo, what's the Christ-like thing to do in a situation like this?
Yeah.
And, you know, how can I just like provide that peace? Because you can't pay for peace.
No, you can't.
Like, and I learned that
can't.
the hard way. Like, there's no matter how much money you got, what car you drive, how you dress, how you look, the type of chicks you could pull. Peace is free, but it's not easily accessible. And once you do have it, anything could take that from you: a kid, a job, a relationship, a family member, a circumstance. But when you try to like find that peace within whatever you're going through, like even if the boat is turning, there's a storm going on, although the rain is pushing, the boat is rocking, you still want to stay on that one side and be like, at the end of this, there's gonna be peace. And the Bible says that this too shall pass. You know, so when you view life like at the end of this, glory will come out of this. I feel like you on a different spectrum when it comes to.
And it shows, bro, because like you said, I love when you said that once you started making God part of your lifestyle. And I feel like that's what a lot of people aren't doing. And that's something I recently started to do when I really started to make God the center of everything, and then everything revolves around it.
Right.
And I cannot lie to you, life been going pretty smoothly with all of that.
So you can attest to that.
Yeah, I can attest to it. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. In terms of, you know, your relationship with God, what would you say strengthens it that you've done personally?
Respecting the vows that you make to God.
Yes, that's good.
I'll say that.
That's good.
I feel like that 70 times 7, sometimes we use that with God too. You know, it's like, I could think about the times when I used to drink and smoke and come home drunk, and I'm like, God, it's me again. And like, I'm saying,
Oh
now,
man,
I'm like,
that line.
yeah. I'm like, I promise, after tonight, I'm never drinking again. I'll get drunk the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, like if you're really serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had some serious conversations with God, and I told him like, yo, listen, like, I chose to God like he my mans.
You have
feel me?
to.
Like, not everything is like loving, lovely Lord Jesus. Like, come to you in the holy atmost of, like, you don't gotta take it that far. Sometimes I just sit there, like, yo, bro, I'm wilding. Please continue to have mercy on me, and you know, see me through. But I feel like respecting your vows that you make with God. Like he takes heed to that. You know, and it don't gotta be overnight. You don't tell God like, all right, I'm done drinking for 2 days. Make me get a raise at my job. Sometimes you change your life and you don't really get anything for it. You know, but I try not to have that that instant gratification rewarding spirit, like meaning like, oh well, I started going to church. Why you didn't give me a better job? You know, and it's like now it looks like it's an exchange kind of thing, like a transaction kind of relationship. And I don't want that. Like, you know, sometimes even when I'm going through the worst of times, I still find something in that
mess
crap hole to, you know, be like, God, I still thank you. You know, I got my
gratitude.
legs. You know what I'm saying? I could still see. I could have a roof over my head. I got a car to drive. You know, stuff like that. So I feel like, like respecting the vows that you made and the vows that you make and keeping your commitments is the best way to like strengthen in a sense.
I agree.
Not the only way, one of my best ways in my situation.
I agree. You mentioned it yourself. You said, you know, going to church is a thing. So, you know, building your relationship with God is of course important personally, but, you know, recently, not even recently, after COVID, we've seen how much going to church has been a thing that's kind of like in the past.
Right.
You know, so I want to hear your thoughts about it. Like, how do you feel about, you know, is church somewhat of a variable when it comes to building your relationship with God?
Yeah, like I be needing a reset. You know what I'm saying? Like after a week of like being Jody. Cutting hair, DJing, working, editing, and sometimes you just, like the Bible says it for a reason, like the Sabbath is a day of rest. Like, yo, bro, stop. Like just chill and just relax. Enjoy the breeze, enjoy, you know, your companions and whatnot. And I feel like me being in church is a little different for like musicians. Cause like for the first time in a long time, I physically went to church without playing.
Oh, wow.
And I sat in the pews and I was able to receive instead of deliver.
Question for you. How did that feel? I have yet to experience that.
You see how I said I need the reset? I felt more refreshed taking in. Because remember, every Sunday, every Saturday, I'm on stage, I'm giving, and you know, I'm ushering in. Which is not a problem. I'm still in the spirit, but like when you really sit back and get to enjoy the music, like I'm not playing what I'm hearing. I'm enjoying what's being sent to me. I'm actually listening to the word, you know, because sometimes when you playing organ or something, it's like I'm listening to the word, but I'm also seeing like, oh, does he need me real quick? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like 100% tapped in. So stepping off the stage and being a member for the first time in a long time, I was like, wow, like this is what you guys get every week. Like I need to do this a little bit, you know, more often. So I feel like I need that. Like that's a necessity. And even if I don't physically get to church, because it's not like I church on Sunday and that's it. Like throughout the week, I'm listening to gospel music in my car and you know stuff like that. And I'm just trying to make things happen. You know, but that my physical presence in church, it ties to my spirituality in a major way.
Yeah, that's true. I do agree myself. At first, to me, it used to be about going to church, because like you said, we're musicians. You feel me? You just go to church, you still usher in, but at the same time, you're not really fully taking in what it is that you're giving out, you know? So with us being musicians though, you know, we don't really, how do you feel about, you know, musicians going just to play for the money and not really going to church to really be a part of the church and things like that?
You want you want the honest answer or the answer that like I would give because the cameras is on?
I want Jody's answer.
I was that musician before.
Tired,
so I'm gonna just keep it a beat. Like I have played at churches where like I'm like, yo, this is a check, this is a gig. If y'all can't pay me anymore, I'm not coming. Like I've done that before. But where I'm at now, I feel like the church where I'm at I don't look at it as a gig. It's not a job. It's like, I say that's my church. Like, I'm going to church on Sunday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't see myself sitting behind an instrument anymore. And like, yeah, the money be sweet. Sometimes the offers be sweet, but it's like, I can't really fathom, I need more. Like at my church, I don't just play the keys and jump off the keys and wait for a check. I listen to the word, I'm tapped in, I'm in tune, and I receive instead of just giving and go.
Yeah.
Like I don't do that. So I feel like I could speak for both spectrums because I've done it. Like I've been the musician where it's like, oh, I can't wait to get paid, and then I'm out of here after that. And you know, now it's different. Like I take my spirituality seriously. Like even if a church is offering me big bread, if the spirit of the church is like off, I'm good. Like yeah, you gotta understand. Like you're ushering spirits in. Like a musician is very important.
Yeah.
So if the spirits in the house is not good vibes, and you're over there playing for that, it's like you're enticing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try not to put myself in a position like that. And yo, sometimes people want to leave because it's like, yo, they said they're gonna pay XYZ. They gonna do. Sometimes it's like, yo, is it worth it for real? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you know, I've been that musician. I'm happy to say that's not my mindset anymore, and that's not how things go for me. But you know, yeah,
that's how it is. Okay. Nah, that's nice. I ain't gonna lie. I'm liking this a lot so far. You know, it's been a lot of, you know, now and my mindset now, and it's like you can see there's been a shift that's been happening, right? So how old are you again, if you don't mind me asking? You're 28.
28 years.
So in your 28 years of living, what would you say, what event has managed to make your now mindset or now the way that you think, your perspective different?
One of them I would have to say is a car accident that I got into like 2-3 years ago. And I've been in other car accidents before, but this one was like, you know, major. Like I was in my car. It was a 4-lane. It was a 4-lane highway, and my tints were really dark. And I was driving, doing about 80, 90. And I remember looking out the window to like spit my gum out. And by the time I looked back at the road, I had two choices. The car was already going off road.
Wow.
If I stayed on course, I would have been in the grass. And my second option was to pull the car back into the street. So obviously I'm gonna try to pull the car back into the road. So, you know, going at that type of speed, any little jerk or whatever of the car could, you know, alter anything.
For sure.
So I ended up pulling the car too hard. So instead of coming back in my lane, the car turned.
Wow.
So you got 4 lanes of traffic coming this way, and my car is like about to meet it parallel. Wow. So I was anxious because prior to that, like a couple months ago, I got in another accident with my car, and like my airbags had deployed. Wow. So I fixed one of my airbags in my car, and the other one wasn't fixed. So I was playing like Russian roulette because like I'm driving the car and the airbag is still deployed. So in my head, I'm like, do cars still deploy the rest of the airbags? Or if one is deployed, is it the system like disabled? Yeah. So I'm like, we about to find out in 3 seconds. Like mid swerve, I'm like, I don't know. So the car goes, it slams right into the cement like divider. And I hear boom, and then as soon as I hear that boom, like literally like a millisecond after that, I hear another boom. So I just like cover my face because I can't see anything at this point. I don't know what happened, but it was weird because the steering wheel airbag didn't come out. Only the side curtain wanted it. I just remember it hitting me in my face and like kind of pushing me. So I stopped. I waited for any more bangs. I'm like, all right, the coast is clear. I literally had to kick myself out the car. Like I had to open the door and like kick the door because it got bent. So when I came out the car, I seen some dude like taking pictures of my V, and I was like, yo, bro, what you doing? He was like, yo, you don't see what you just did? You just hit 5 cars. So I'm like, what? I looked. So apparently when I hit the wall, a taxi came and hit my door, like almost instantaneously. So when you hit the door, that's how the airbag deployed. I guess me hitting the concrete wasn't hard enough to let the steering wheel deploy, but that hit from the side, it did it. And somebody hit him, somebody hit them, and so on.
Wow.
But when I came out the car, like I felt like throwing up. I remember my boy used to always tell me, like, if you ever feel like that, it's like signs of a concussion. So I went back in the car to like reset, and like I just sat in the car and I was like, why? You get what I'm saying? Like my father passed from a heart attack behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like he was driving, heart attack, boom, that was it. And I was like, yo, why I didn't have a story like that? Why did I walk away with no blood? Why did I walk away with no fractures? Like, 'cause I went to the emergency room after to get a CT scan. They was like, oh, we can't find nothing. The car was finished. Like, they couldn't even drive the car off the highway. I had to get it towed off the highway. And I'm like, why did I get yet another chance?
Yeah.
And I feel like that was God's way of saying, yo, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to change overnight, but start making change your GPS.
Yeah.
Wherever you was going before, it was whatever road it was taking, it was not good. So start making your way this way. And that don't mean because you turn your car around, it's smooth. The road is still bumpy.
Yeah.
And I just feel like me changing my GPS, like after that night, it just showed me like, yo, life is real. Like, bro, imagine hearing that noise and just your eyes just shut, like you dead. And you know, they calling my mom and my brother's like, yo, your brother didn't make it. Like that was legit a possibility. And I feel like we take that for granted.
Yeah.
Every time we go on the highway, we be like, oh, I'm home. We don't thank God for bringing us home safely. Or like, bro, you could have got kidnapped. You could have got shot at by accident. You could have got hit by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like to go super deep in it to the point where like you start like being unrealistic. Like, yo, bro, like don't walk too hard. You might get hit by a car. Like, let's be for real. But like sometimes we take advantage of the grace that God gives us. Like, yo, I dad made it home from work today. Bro, we live in a crazy state, bro. You see what's going on the train, what's going on in the streets. To kids, old people, they don't care no more, bro. They shooting dogs, they punching old ladies, they snuffing little girls. Like, bro, the possibilities is endless. So nobody's safe, legit. So, you know, like just me being in my car, even if I'm going around the block, you know, like, but like just me seeing my life flash before my eyes in that vehicle, it kind of gave me a wake up call, like, yo, bro, like, you know, tighten up.
Yeah, and that must have been like traumatic afterwards. So how did you manage to get over that? Like,
it still bothers me till today. Like sometimes when I go to like intersections, although my light is green, I still like kind of, you know, because I have this facade like, yo, what if somebody's like running from the cops and they just do 50 past me? So even if I got the light, like when people's driving with me, they're like, yo, why you keep braking? I'm like, I'm trying to get hit, bro. Like, and like until you get in an accident, that noise, like you cannot unhear that. I feel like that's worse than a gunshot. Cause like a gunshot, like it got like a deeper tone to it, but like it echoes away. When somebody hits your car, bro, like you hear the gunshot and then like you feel it. Cause like the kinetic energy of that car touching your vehicle,
you're still in,
it shifts your body. And it's like, you can't unlearn that, unhear that, unfeel that. So it's like, yeah, I got PTSD from it still. Not as much as when the accident initially happened, but you know, it still affects me to this day sometimes, you know, but in due time, I drive safer now and, you know, I'll get over it like mentally and emotionally or whatever you want to call it.
Sheesh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Look, God is good. I'm here.
Yeah, amen.
Feet working,
Feel
hands
me?
working,
And he looking clean. And he looking clean.
Yeah.
Nah, that's wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, bro.
Cause you know me, I did my research, Phil B. There's not much on you that you don't put out there.
Right.
You feel me? So even while I was doing this whole back end search, they were like, yo, is there anything that, you know, people know? I'm like, yo, I can't find anything.
Right.
Like, so to know that like this happened,
right,
and you're still very much like vulnerable enough to share it and don't really like find it bother. Well, it bothers you, but you're cool enough to talk about it. Is actually, well, bro, this you're a living testimony, bro.
Right. Legit, like a walking living testimony.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, speaking of trauma and mental, you already know this month is men's mental health.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I want to just tap in with you, bro. How are you feeling currently mentally? You feel me? Like in your current state right now?
Still a roller coaster. You know, Father's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my dad a couple years ago, and my mom is also not here as well. I lost her almost 2 years now. So, you know, like going into these holidays and transitioning into life with like no parents.
Yeah.
It's like a tough pill to swallow, but again, like I just go back to the times where like my mom kept me in church.
Yeah.
And I feel like if, like, as much as church used to annoy us growing up, like, oh, we in church all day, man.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
I want to go to the party. I want to go to the school dance. And it's like, nah. Like, it took my little brother working at his job. He works in like an alternative school. And it's like, when he sees those kids, bro, and like what they're doing at that age, he just be like, yo, thank God.
Yeah.
My mom kept me in the church, you know? And it's like, yo, these kids are smoking weed, they crashing out,
Yeah.
they got gun charges, in and out of jail. And I'm like, yo, this is insane.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Mikey has that gratitude now. Now that she's gone, it's like we appreciate it even more. Like, thank you for that. You know, so I feel like mentally, I just try to, like, you could choose your heart in this life. Like, that's what I learned. Like, I legit can tap into different emotions. I could literally wake up and tell myself, like, I'm gonna have a bad day today. And you will literally watch everything just get bad. You're gonna go outside, you're gonna get a ticket. Somebody might pop your tire. You get what I'm saying? You get a sandwich from the Ark, it's nasty. Like, he never miss. But today, you say you're gonna have a bad day, he burn your sandwich, you late to work, you get a write-up. Yo, they tow your car, now you catching a bus, somebody drive past you, splash you with water on your suit. Yo. And I've had days like that where I looked at God like, yo, bro, can you chill? You get what I'm saying? And it's like, or you could wake up and be like, yo, I got it. Today's my day. Every day is gonna be my day. And yo, you go in the bathroom, you freshen up, you brush your teeth, you put on some positive music to intake.
Yeah.
And you drive smooth to work. You tell your neighbors good morning, and bro, you're gonna feel that vibration. So I feel like you invite those spirits when you talk like that. You know, and you know, I had to like change. Sometimes I would just sit in my room and listen to a sad song and like force myself into a depression.
Wow.
Like, I'm sad, and let's make me sadder. Turn this up and be like, yeah, man, my life is dark. And I just start thinking about all the bad stuff that happened to me, and I'm like, yeah, my life sucks. And then like I kind of get out of that vibe, I get out of that mood, and I just sit there and I'm like, yo, I feel like if I say I'm gonna have a good day, I start tapping into everything. Like if I'm bored, I get on my keyboard, I do what I gotta do. I go take some pictures, I go acknowledge my work, or sometimes I just pray, or go to the gym, work out, like take advantage of what's around you.
Yeah.
So I feel like your mental health is somewhat in your control. And for those who's battling like depression and all of that stuff, I'm not against that. I'm not against anxiety. I really feel like those are like real things that people battle with.
Yeah.
But I also feel like your mind is something that you legit have control over.
Yeah.
And you can literally alter your body to do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a good time, if you want to have a good day, if you want your brand to expel, if you want things to be better, you literally just breathe that, and like you take the necessary steps to do so, and do it. And it's like, yeah, people go into a depression sometimes, it'd be a deep funk.
Yeah.
To the point where like, we got people that's suicidal and people that legit want to hurt themselves because they're so sad. But, like at the end of the day, it's like a lot of it is like choice. You know what I'm saying? Not all of it, because some people really get like so overwhelmed with like they're not themselves anymore. And that depression puts them in a state of like, yo, I want to harm myself. I want to, so I'm not against none of that. Like, I don't want to get canceled. I'm not trying to have nobody tell me like, yo,
you good,
this
bro.
guy, yo, you heard what he said about anxiety? That don't exist. That very
it's
much
real.
well
It's
exists. Real. I have anxiety attacks every now and then, but like, I talk myself out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I have a panic attack, I tell myself, I literally picture myself just holding myself like, what's the worst that could happen right now? And I feel like the worst that could happen in anything is death.
Yeah.
Now you start weighing out the possibilities. Bro, if you're walking to the train, the odds of you dying is not high. You know what I'm saying? So you walk to the train every day for the last 20 years, like the odds of that happening today is not high.
Yeah.
So, walk to the train, you'll be okay. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like it's a mental thing where you could literally just talk yourself.
That's facts. Yeah. That's facts. It's all a mental game. And there's this YouTuber that I watch. He makes a lot of conspiracy whatever videos. And he's always says like, yo, this is literally a mental thing. Every day, the devil is after your mental. So it's true. As soon as you get control of your mind, you get control of everything else. Right. You feel me? And like you said, we don't want to negate the fact that depression, anxiety, all these stuff, they're real.
Right.
You feel me? But at the end of the day, you're in control of how to overcome it. Right. And it's not always gonna be a linear thing.
Right.
It will always have its ups and downs, but like you said, gratitude, that's where gratitude comes and plays a major role in anything.
Right.
Because no matter how bad you think you got it, somebody else always has it worse.
10 times worse, bro. Legit. So,
always got it worse.
Yeah, that's my scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get my car towed, there's people that don't got a car.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I could get my bike stolen, there's people that don't got no legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it can always get worse. Bro.
Yeah.
So Even when I have a bad day, I'll be like, nah, I'll be all right.
Yeah,
You
to
know
be
what I'm
honest.
saying? Like, I'll be all right.
You'll be all right. I do want to put a pin on something though. We spoke about your mother's passing.
Right.
You feel me? How has that affected you? Because I'm on the outside looking in. I'm
Right.
only speaking to the people because they can't talk to you, so I'm talking.
Yeah.
They talking through me.
Yeah.
You feel me? From everything that we've seen from online, it shows that your mother's death has affected you very hard. And I remember I seen this philosopher spoke about it. He said that people will never understand the pain of a child that loses their parents or their mothers until they lose their mothers and their fathers. So I just want to know, how are you? How did you deal with that? Are you still grieving? It's been 2 years and talk to us about that.
I feel like when it comes to death, the only way I could like scope it is like a tattoo situation. Like if you got tattoos and I don't, I could tell you everything about tattoos. You're not gonna know the life of having a tattoo until you get a tattoo.
One, yeah.
I could tell you it hurts. I could tell you it's regretful, but until you lay on that chair and they mark you up, that's the only way you're gonna be able to see eye to eye. You get what I'm saying? So now I look at like funerals different, So like when my mom was here, our relationship wasn't the best, but like for some reason, like I felt like towards her, transition, she just like changed out of nowhere for the better. And like that gave me a sense of peace before she left, because that was always my prayer. Like, yo, I want my mom to be who I know she is. She faced like trials and tribulations in life that, altered her mental and made her say things that she didn't really mean and whatnot. But I feel like overall, I'm like, yo, she's a good lady. You know what I'm saying? And even now, like when I'm getting older and like if I talk to a girl that has a kid and stuff like that, like I watch them. I watch what they allow, what they don't allow. And like, I'll like, let's say I'm talking to a girl, she got a kid, and I'm like, my mother never used to do that, with us. And I'm like, okay, like I'm learning a lot. And to see, like, I feel like her passing is like, we get comfortable sometimes. I didn't envision my mom leaving now.
For sure, nobody does really.
But sometimes you get that mental clarity of like, all right, maybe when I'm like 55, my wife is here, my kids is here.
Yeah, for sure.
I did my thing, she did her thing, because my grandmother is still alive. My mother's
Wow, okay.
She's like 85.
Wow.
So like, you kind of envision things like, oh, when I get older, like time will pass on, they will pass on, and you understand more. But it's like, she got sick out of nowhere, left field. And I'm like, yo, what the, like, and it was at a time in my life where I was telling God to chill. And he just turned up the heat. Yeah. And never say out your mouth like, yo, can it get any worse? Because God will show you every time. Every time? Every time. Like, oh yeah, there's more.
Every time.
So, now that she's gone, like, I'm happy that we left on a peaceful note.
That's good.
Because like, even the day the doctors were like, literally, like they called us in the room and they told us like, yo, your mom's condition is getting worse and there's nothing we can do anymore. And eventually she's gonna pass away from, her condition. She ain't flinched. Wow. She sat there like she was watching TV. They said it. She sat there, she ain't flinched. Wow. And my little brother and I was in the room and I started tearing up a little bit. She looked at me and she just was like, yo, I don't wanna see that. Wow. And I'm like, yo, this lady's made of steel. And I was like, how? Like, how could you just hear something like that and just go on? And I was like, okay. So now I sat there and the first thing she said after the doctor said that, she looked at me and she was like, I'm happy me and you got it together. Wow. So anything could have happened in that room. She could have passed right there. And I would have, I would have had peace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I knew she went down peaceful. So I'm able to live with that every day. Of course, I'm human. Like I miss her. Of course. Sometimes like music comes along. I'll hear like one of her favorite songs or, because my mom got me into music. Like she put me in music school. My mother used to play the piano at church. So like she just passed all of that down. So it's like when I'm on keys, like I just tell myself like, yo, you're doing this for your mom. You paying homage. You understand? Me staying in the church, making sure I look clean. Like if my mother see me right now, she would have been like, you look good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the hair, but
of course.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely my mother was always an advocate for like looking clean. being respectful, smelling good, and just taking care of yourself as a man or a woman. I don't have any sisters, but I'm pretty sure if I did, she would have the same, rubric. But yeah, I'm human. I have my days where I just want to curl up in a ball and just say screw the world and just stay in this dark hole and cry it out. And I have my days where like I just tough it out. You know why? Because my mother chose motherhood every day. No matter what her situation was, she woke up every day and was like, I'm gonna be a mom. And that's a job that you can't clock out from.
Yeah, that's true.
Any job you got, you could tell them like, yo, I'm not feeling this today. And I'm staying home. And that you can do that. Motherhood, you can't do that. And I watched that lady like to her dying day, bro, like do that. You get what I'm saying? Like
that's beautiful.
Times I would go to the hospital and I remember one time they gave her like some juice to drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, mommy, drink your juice. She was like, you want some? I'll take a sip. So I took a sip. I'm like, yo, this joint good. She was like, keep it. That's the mother in her. Mind you, she needed the juice. She needed to eat before she took her medication. All that. I just pulled up to the hospital. I was like, damn, like this just don't stop. And like I can't resonate with that because I don't have children. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a father yet. So I don't know what that feels like to like put that child first every single time.
Yeah.
And now that she's gone, it's like I have my days where I'm like, damn, like I wish my mom was here to see this. And you know, it's tough because on Saturday, I was taking pictures of kids. They graduated and stuff. My little brother, he just got accepted into his master's program. So he's about to get his master's in like 2 years. And I'm just sitting there like, if my mother was here to see that, she would have been like overjoyed. So it's gonna be real tough for him to, like accomplish that. I told him don't let that get in the way, still push through for her.
Of course.
As if she was still here and, continue to better yourself. And I would say to anybody that's grieving right now, because I still am, I don't feel like it goes away. It comes in waves.
In waves?
It gets to a inflection point where it stays and it stays neutral for a while where you get it. But that first year or two, or sometimes 3 or 4, there's no timestamp on it. It is a roller coaster. Like you'll have some days like, oh, I feel good. And then you have some, like you could just smell something. I'm like, wow.
Mine's in your mouth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would tell everybody that's grieving, to live your life as if the person was here.
Okay.
So sometimes I tell myself, like, yo, if my mother was to come out her grave right now and just stand next to me right now, would she be pleased with whatever I'm doing at that current moment?
Yeah.
So if she came out her grave and she see me in the club popping bottles and
she's like, what are you doing?
Or she would have been like, damn, you going back in that lifestyle, you get what I'm saying? But if she was to, anytime I'm doing something positive or moving forward, I feel like she's just in the back like, okay, keep it up.
Yeah.
So that's just how I live with it. And I just feel like still live through the person, although they're not here, like just, live your life in a way where like if they were to come here right now, they'll be pleased with whatever you're doing.
That's good, because that's the next thing I was gonna ask you, because like I said, both my parents are still here, thank goodness, and any child's wish is to always, repay back their parents.
Right.
So that's one thing I personally want to know. I don't know about the people them, but like how do you, well, you already sort of kind of said it, but I want you to expand more on it. How do you manage to give back to somebody that's not here anymore?
I feel like I told my mom this, right? At the funeral, like my sermonette consisted of like my mother doing what she was supposed to do before her time came. Like there was a time where I told my mom like, yo, you good. You did what you're supposed to do. You raised 3 black men in America by yourself.
Yeah, it's a trophy.
Hard. It's very hard. And I said, yo, you could have retired a long time ago. You could have clocked out, but you just kept going. I was like, yo, you did like overtime. You get what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you did your job as a mom a long time ago. I said, look at the boys that you raised.
Yeah.
Look at the man that I am today and will continue to be.
Yeah.
That's how I pay you back.
It would have been my mother. A woman that put aside her pride and sacrificed her life for the bettering of her children. My mother passed the test of life with flying colors. Now, with the circumstances my mother had to face in life and the obstacles that came in her way, it was more than likely that she was not fit to pass the exam of life that was presented to her. But not only did she pass with a perfect score of 101%, but with a standing ovation that left everyone wondering how she completed such a task. Now, this exam is not measured by the amount of questions you answer correctly, but it is measured by perseverance, strength, and faith. This exam began a little under 30 years ago when my mother and her 3 babies received a knock at her door from 2 fellow police officers informing her that her husband had just died from a heart attack shortly after leaving home for work. This was the perfect time for my mother to throw in the towel, turn in her answer sheet, and leave the classroom. But the minute she looked up and surveyed the classroom to find an answer, she was accompanied by someone in the class that offered to take the rest of the exam free of charge, and all my mother had to do was stay seated, and his name was Jesus.
Like, I strive to be better every day. Whatever I'm doing, I do it at my utmost best.
Yeah.
That's how I pay back my mom. So I feel like when I put my best foot forward and I make sure like everything is tight, everything is good, that's how I pay her back. Like, yeah, she's not here in the flesh, but like I conduct my life and I conduct, because you know why? I still represent her.
Yeah.
When I go outside, they'll be like, oh, that's so-and-so's son. So when I go outside with my brothers, when my brothers accomplish things, I'm like, yo, this is you reliving and living out my mom's legacy. Like, oh, this is what this lady put into this world.
Yeah.
So like anything I do, I thank God first, and I thank my mom. Like, oh, my mom is the reason why I'm here. And then, you know, all thanks to the Most High first,
For sure.
and then through my mom. So I pay her back with how I conduct my life.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. How has it affected your brothers in the sense, because now I believe you're the oldest, right?
Second.
You're the second oldest. But once again, from the outside looking in, it seems that you're the one taking charge and leading charge and everything. So how are they taking it, and how have you been stepping up to be there for your brothers?
Okay. For the record, Mikey's actually the one that's in charge. That he's the youngest. So like I call Mikey my little big brother. You know, like, you know, we all got levels of wisdom and whatnot, but like
sure.
he just moved like he 40. You know, not in a bad way. Like his
Be like that, for
his
sure.
mental, the way he lives his life,
Yeah.
and the way God walks with him is just like, you know, like, yeah. Sometimes when he's talking to me, I'm like, bro, you know, I'm older than you, right? Like I'm
He be
bigger
like
than
that.
you. I'm taller than you. Stronger than you. But his mental is just like I could still learn from him. And you know, I like being the little brother because I got somebody to look up to and I got somebody to look up to me.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect. But Mikey's like, you know, he was like my mom's like wing. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, like the relationship with my mom was kind of like back and forth. Mikey was like on her hip. You know, like Mikey watched her take her last breath. You know what I'm saying? So we all hurt differently because, you know, we had different walks with her. But
For sure.
you know, I feel like we're closer now. Not saying we weren't close before. It was a journey, but I feel like now that she's gone, like, you know, even us having a band now, like that band that we have, it formulated legit like a month or two after she passed. Like we got our first gig and we was like, you know, doing that. And I was like, yo, like if mommy was here, she'll be proud, you know, because she put my brother in music school. I went to music school. Mikey didn't go to music school, but he learned music like on his own.
That's good.
You know, and you could tell like the talent is there, you know, like we bounce off each other's vibrations, energy, and we're locked. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with them, I could tell you how it affected me, but I feel like with them, like we've been affected on a collective, but like I know there's little pockets that hit us in different ways. You know, like just the other day, Mikey was going through like his closet and like he found some shoes that he had bought for her that she never got to wear.
Wow.
And we was just sitting there looking at the shoes like, yo, that's mad crazy, bro. Like, you know, like I'm like, yo, that's like, yo, you legit could be here today, gone tomorrow. Like, and you leave back everything. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, it affects us, but because she left me with that peace, I don't have no regret. I don't got no animosity.
For sure.
And there's people out here that's like, for you, for example, you said both of your parents are here. I tell you to love on them. All of y'all that's in here that got all y'all parents. Like if your mom is there, your dad is there, I don't care if they get you tight. Cause if anybody got somebody tight, it was my mother getting me tight. Me and my mother did everything but fight. She ain't put her hands on me, I ain't put her hands on her. Well, I did get beatings and stuff growing up, but like I knew better not to put my hands on my mother. But some part of her was just like, I still gotta respect this lady. I still gotta love on her. So I'm telling you, there's people out here that like real life got beef with their parents. They don't want to talk to their parents. I'm like, bro, that dead all of that, bro. Dead that. Because when you looking at them in that box, When my mother went down in the dirt, bro, that was it. The chapter's done. Like, you can't come back here and see that casket again. You can't see her again. It's clipped after that. But some people don't realize that until after the fact.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, like, if your mother is alive, if your father is alive, yo, chill with them, bro. Because, yo, legit, if I got a vision like, oh, my mom's gonna pass at this age, I would have picked up the speed. Like, yo, let's do this, let's do that. But we be just chilling, like, yo, I'm not talking to my mother. I'm not this and that. And boom, they could go outside and get shot, hit by a bus, and you like, damn, the last conversation I had with them, I was dead fighting with them.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a tattoo. I don't care how much times you pray, bro. That's not going away, bro. And I'm telling you that, like, I mean that from my heart. You have beef with your parents and they die, that is I can't even, I don't even want to experience that.
Because you're not getting peace.
You will never get it. Like, yo, you could get rich, you could be famous, you could talk to all the girls you want, drive all the cars you want, get all the money you want. That's not gonna fill that hole. Yeah. Why you think this rich people with all the cars and clothes and cribs, they kill themselves? This is because there's voids in their lives that materialistic stuff can't fill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as bad as the relationship was with my mom, a little bit before she got sick, like, bro, she was in the crib, like, I was doing my hair, and she was legit like 10 feet away from me, like, on her phone. And we were living like roommates. Like, she walking in the house, I'm walking in the house. She not saying good morning, I'm not saying good morning. I was like, yo, this is bad.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my hair, bro. I'm like, yo, that's your mother, bro. Like, talk to her. What's wrong with you? I turned around. I said, Mommy, what you doing on that phone? She jumped out her chair, bro, ran to me, showed me what's on her phone. She was mad excited to, like, share that with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And I was like, yo, you like my hair? She like, you always doing something with your hair. You probably gonna cut that next week. And I sat there, I was like, damn, I got my mom back.
Yeah.
And, like, next morning, I told my little brother, I said, yo, when it comes to my mother, I'm gonna choose peace every time. I don't care if she cursed me out the night before. When I wake up, yo, good morning.
Yeah.
I don't care if you say it back. I did my job. And ever since that day, I just started, locking in with her, like, and then the last time she did get sick, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And she was saying, like, yo, she can't breathe. Her breathing is, like, shallow.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep the whole day. I was working the whole day. And my big brother, he had just took a nap. So he was well rested. She was like, yo, I want to go to the emergency room. So he's getting ready to take her. And I'm like, yo, all right, good night, y'all. I'm going to bed. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I ain't sleep. She turns around and she's like, I want you to come. So I kind of looked at her like, yo, Ma, like, I ain't sleep.
Yeah.
I can't do an emergency visit right now. I was like, yo, Noel gonna take you. And Noel turned around and he looked at me and he didn't have to talk. Like, if looks could kill, the look he gave me was like, don't make her say it again. Man, I got my sneakers so fast.
Yeah.
Put on my sweats. And Noel was driving. I sat in the back of the car with her, and, like, she was leaning on me because she really couldn't breathe. And she literally looked up and she gave me a thumbs up and a smile. And that was her saying, like, yo, thanks for coming.
Thank you for choosing me.
Little did I know that was the last time that she was ever in the house. Like, because she went to the hospital and it just got worse and worse, and then she passed at the hospital.
Wow.
But I could live with that peace. Because what if I didn't go?
Yeah. What
if I said, nah, you fiending, I'm going to just go to bed? I'll probably break down right now because of that, because I'll have that hole in my heart.
Yeah.
So so those are the moments that have me like, all right, I don't have no regret. There's no animosity. I'm not mad. There's nothing I would do different when it came to my mother, with her being here.
That's true, man, because I believe I have an episode that's coming out. I said this, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm at the point in my life right now where I stopped seeing my parents as just parents. And I start seeing them as like, yo, they are literally a person that's doing life just like me and you for the first time also.
Right.
So it's like, once I started to see like that, I'm like, Mom, you my dog, bro. Like, I'll be mad at you. I'll be man, oh, my mom, man. I'll be so mad at my mom. I'll be so mad at my dad. But the next day, I'm like, brand new day, Lord. It's in your hands.
Right. I like that.
Hug her, dad. I don't go a day past, like you said, without saying hi or bye. That's kind of like a system we set up at the house anyway. But it's like, yeah, man, I'm at the stage now where every month I try to do something with them. Father Day coming up. I know my dad is a painter. He loves to paint. I'm bringing him out to go get some new equipment. So all of these stuff is something I would really advise, though. Like, stop seeing your parents as parents and see them as like they are one person that's doing life just like you for the very first time.
Right. I'm gonna use that, like, because that applies to everything.
Yeah.
Okay, even when you have kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them, like, yo, this is my first time. Bro, be easy, dog. Like, I don't care if I got a bunch of kids. Like, bro, it's my first time being a dad.
Yeah.
I will never be 45
Yeah.
while you're 3 ever again.
Yeah.
Yo, let me rock, bro. So now that I look at it that way, I'm like, you literally can't press rewind in this life. Everything your parents experience, this is the first time.
First time for everything.
It's like, yo, one and done for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have 2 kids, but all right, this is your first time being
Having
a dad
2 kids.
of 2 kids.
Yeah.
You want to have another one to see what it feels like to have 3? Same thing gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I actually like that analogy. I think I'm gonna apply it. And that's life.
That's life, period.
You know, like that's with a job.
Yeah.
Like, this is my first time being this age in this company, making this amount of money, and you know, doing that. So I'm gonna put that gem in my pocket.
For sure, for sure. Oh man, so we spoke about your, blood brothers. You feel me? Another major part of who you are also has to do with your platonic friendship that you have with your platonic brothers.
Right.
So how so we already know with your blood brothers, you're more, I'm learning, but at the same time I'm giving.
Right.
You feel me? I'm stepping up, but at the same time I'm willing to let you, be who you are. So now, in terms of your platonic friendships, how have they helped shape who you are right now?
I feel like iron sharpens iron. Like you saying it like you're not my dogs, bro. You feel me? Like, shout out to Caleb, y'all. But I feel like iron sharpens iron. Anybody I meet, I like to pick their brain, see where their head is at, and I see how I can help you, how you can help me.
For sure.
And I feel like legit, everybody in my circle, they got their own thing going on, but when we all come as a unit, we're forced to reckon with. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like I'm not quick to like invite people in my circle. So the people who I do call my friend, somebody that I do call a brother to me, like I take that very seriously.
Yeah.
I got friend PTSD, as Josh would say. Like, and that's a real thing. Like, I've had people that's close to me that's like no longer here, and like I envision my life being with them, and they're not. And like I tell Lolo all the time, I tell Josh all the time, I tell my blood brothers all the time, whoever's here right now needs to be here, and there's no more space for newcomers. Like the ship already
It'd be like
took
that.
sail already.
Yeah.
So you got one option, stay on the boat or jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, if you jump, that's dead weight. If you you're sticking around for the ride, we're gonna ride it out to the end, and we all gonna make it. And we all help each other. Like, even us coming out here doing this right now, like you helping me, I'm helping you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how your friend group should be.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you should be the skin in your relationship and all your friends are the mosquito. Like, yo, he got this, take. And then when it's your turn to get back,
nothing.
Everybody quiet, crickets,
Yeah.
And I feel like I said, iron sharpens iron. Like, yo, we correct each other in private.
Yeah.
We correct each other in public. And like, I have no problem. Like, yo, you got my number. If you got an issue, if you feel a way about something, yo, call me, bro.
Yeah.
Because more than likely, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
And if it is, like, yo, we gonna talk. We gonna talk as men. Me and Lolo, we've been friends for like almost 10 years. And yo, there's times I get on the phone with him, I'm like, yo, gang, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't care what you want to do after that. You're wrong. And he'll do the same to me. But you have friendships where people be like, yo, bro, you wrong. Yo, he on my body, bro. I'm not, yo, he weird, bro.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you beating up your girlfriend and I call you like, yo, gang, you can't be doing that. No, like real life. Cause we got a lot of yes men, like in our circles. Like, yo, you doing what you're doing, but I don't want to gang your business, so I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Nah, bro, you bugging. Cause I'm gonna correct you because you're rolling with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're rolling with me,
You're a representation of
right.
me.
People see you on the outside, people see me on the outside.
Yeah.
So when they say like, yo, that's the dude that be chilling with Pop, or that's the dude that be chilling with Caleb, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think a little bit differently. So, when it comes to that, I'm like, I take my friend group very seriously.
Yeah.
And I feel like we all build each other up, and we all got gifts and talents in different areas of our lives. And I'm always be that guy, like I said, like my father, to like, yo, you need help with me, I'm a call away, I'm a text away.
Yeah.
So
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it all connects, because now I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the board. Jody, the man who is a brother, but at the same time doing life for the very first time, just like everybody else,
Right.
who had significant changes in his life that helped him shape who he is now.
Right.
And now we leading on to the other version of you,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Paparazzi. First of all, how'd you come up with that name?
Uh, my brand when I first started, it was called Finesse Photography. It was cool, like it was getting around, getting a little clout and whatnot. One of my friends told me that I need to get a name that's gonna drive more attention to myself. And I said, okay. So when I got the name to draw more attention to myself, I was like, okay, I don't really have a niche in this photography thing. Like I do baby showers, I take pictures of bugs, I do parties, I take headshots. So I was like, I think the word paparazzi like
Fits.
surfaces it all, because when you hear the word paparazzi, there's no like direct. It's like, oh, a
guy that take picture,
a guy with a camera.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, Mr. Paparazzi, cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. And I was like, all right, and then the name just stuck with me, and then ever since then, it's just been rocking.
That's how
out
it's
with
been
it,
rocking.
So,
Okay. I got a tough question for you though.
tough.
Yeah, I got a tough question for you. Business with family and friends, that can get really, really tricky.
Yeah.
What's your experience with it so far?
I feel like that joint get tricky if you let it.
What you mean by that?
Like, yo, if you set the tone, like when you meet somebody, like, yo, listen, we cool, but I still run a business. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no freebies from nobody. If you selling something, I'm buying. Because it don't make
That's
sense.
real though.
Bro,
real.
If you selling suits, bro, and everybody in here is your friend, and cause we your friends, we get free suits. Bro, you just gave away $3,000 worth of suits for free.
Yeah.
So you lost because of your friends.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. Yo, you want $200 for the suit? I'll give you $250. Why friends get a discount? Nah, y'all should be tipping.
Yeah.
$250 for the suit, $300 for the suit, I give you $350. Gangster. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like the suit, I buy the suit, yo, take the $350, yo, I got a piece for my dogs.
Yeah.
That's it. So the whole like notion of like, yo, friends are supposed to get free. No, your friends are supposed to build you up.
Yeah.
You get built up when you get paid.
Yeah.
When you get when you get a notification that somebody just cleared their cart on
Yep.
your website. That's how you build your brand. If I was to give everybody I was cool with a free photo shoot, I would be broke. Broke and talented. And look, that's all you get. Yo, bro, you nice with it, bro.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
When that Con Edison bill is due, when that rent due,
Yeah.
my landlord don't want to hear like, yo, bro,
Yo, you nice with it,
I
bro.
was holding my dogs down.
I was nice with it.
Like, we could be cool, but like, I separate it. Like, yo, we could be cool. We could hang out. You could chop it up. Oh, you want some pics? You want me to DJ? You want me to this and that? Cool. Now, there's levels to it now.
For sure.
Like, me and my guys, we do this like favor for favor thing. You know, it's like, yo, I remember the first time we shot with Josh. Yo, son came out, he did his thing, he was on time. Like, he treated it like a booking. And me and Lolo just laughed because I'm like, he don't know that like he white collar now. So it's like, this is what comes with it. You know, so we shot with him. He did what he had to do. Pictures came out dope. Video came out dope. And like Josh was just sitting there like, how much I owe y'all? I'm like, nah, gang, like you good. Just know when we call you,
You owe us one.
you gonna come outside and you know, take care of us and whatnot. And like that, we built that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it came to a point where like Josh stepped up for us so much. And when I say us, I mean like Lolo and all the other people on the other end. Whereas like, I remember Lolo called me one time and he was like, yo, we can't say no to Josh, bro. Like if I'm gonna say anybody know, it's not gonna be Josh. Like Josh has been so consistent. Shout out to Josh.
Shout out, yeah.
Feel me?
Shout out,
So,
Josh.
Josh has been so consistent, you know, not only with his own brand, but like, you know, with us, the podcast, the behind the scenes. Like, if Josh tell you no, he either is sick or he like got a booking or he just physically is not available to do it. You know, which is cool. And it's like, you know, any big opportunity we get or anything like that, like Josh is always the first person we call, like, yo,
that's cool.
We here with it. So, but we built that. That ain't come overnight, you know. So like, I'm very grateful for that, and like having more people like that in my friend group. I do the same with my brothers, and that's how we grow, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Like one iron sharpens the iron. Cause look at it. What if I took a picture of Josh, right, and that picture went billboard. He's a millionaire now, and now he gives me a cut. Now I open up my own photography studio.
Yeah.
But it came from me taking that picture of Josh. You get what I'm saying? If I looked at it like, Josh don't do nothing for me, bro. I'm not ego with it. bro, now you feel me? What you said the other day when we was in the studio, y'all holding up the M? I like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I built my, let's segue a little bit into the music. Like,
For sure.
I built my home studio, right?
Yeah.
My crib. From the ground up, I turned my closet into a booth, this and that. I called Josh about it. I'm like, yo, bro, I did this, I did that. You feel me? Oso here did his thing too. He got his own studio as well. Shout out to Oso Studios. So I'm over there, you know, building my shit, and I didn't make one track.
Yeah.
Called Josh. Josh called me little by little. Yo, I just bought a mic. I just got my computer working, this and that. This man got like 12 tracks out. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And like Josh sat there, he was like, yo, y'all holding up the amp. And I was like, damn, I ain't looking at it that way, dog. And I felt so declined. I'm like, how I did this, you saw me do it, was like, all right. And like literally took what I did and like literally like executed on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just had this mindset of like, the first thing I do gotta be perfect. I gotta this, I don't like, that's just how I am. And I realized like how that crippled me.
Yeah.
Moving forward. And I was just like, yo, so now I need people like that in my circle to
Motivate
push me,
you. Yeah.
to be like, yo, I'm doing this. You literally go in and make it happen.
Yeah.
When you start getting like politicky about stuff and like start looking too much into stuff like, yo, I need to do that. You need to just get in the booth, do what you gotta do.
And then drop it.
And get out. And if you don't like something, you fine tune it.
Yeah.
And as years go by, your first shot may not be all water.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta work on that jump shot, bro. You think Michael Jordan never missed?
He
He had bad games, he had good games, and he was probably bricking everything in the gym.
Yeah.
Until you get to that point where it's like, all right, I need to arc my hand this way to make sure the shot goes in. And I feel like all the greats had that mindset. Like, yo, you have to fall in love with failing for you to succeed.
That's a bar.
Legit. You
That's
know what I'm
a bar.
saying? So like, if you don't know how to fall and get back up, you're not gonna win.
For
'Cause
sure.
people think like, yo, all right, let me just get a strike right now. And then it's lit, I'm a millionaire. No, bro, you know how much people had to make albums, EPs, mixtapes, stuff to just put their name out and then that 12th album. Oh, who is this guy?
Oh, sometimes it don't even be the 12 album. It be the past work that really hit.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you 12 albums in and they like, yo, who made this track in 2006?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Still here, you know? And it's like, that's what get that recognition. So
Yeah.
I feel like every day is a day for us to just keep trying, keep putting stuff out. Yo, and I realized like, yo, your presence on social media and like just posting, period, networking, that's very vital, bro.
Yeah.
How am I know you a rapper if you don't post no music?
Yeah.
You don't post no BTS in the studio.
Yeah.
You got people coming up to you, yo, you make music? Yeah, how you ain't know? I didn't. Like you don't post that stuff. You don't inform us about that.
Yeah.
So I realized like, yo, you know, whatever you do, if you're a photographer, videographer, you got a clothing line, you're an engineer, you gotta brand yourself. You gotta show people like, hey, I'm doing this. So if people watch, people pay attention.
They always pay attention.
Even when you think they not liking pictures, they're watching, bro.
Yep.
Yo, if forget story views, if video views had names attached to it, of course it would go down, because niggas would be like, all right, I'm not watching it, he's gonna see that I watched it. But yo, them YouTube videos, them comments, them Instagram Reels views, people be watching, bro. I have people in my story that don't even follow me.
Yeah.
That be in my views. Yeah. So people be looking up your stuff, they be searching stuff, they be clicking and all that. So, but you would never know that back end. I got a lot of gigs off of like, yo, you did my friend joint last week. Yo, I heard this from so-and-so, so I went on your page and I seen. And it's people from the hole in the wall. I'm like, what the hell? But if I wasn't advertising, I was never gonna be able to get to that.
That's good though. I like that I don't know who's saying. Was that sure saying? The holding up the M?
Oh yeah.
That's bad footy.
Yeah, I like that.
Me and my peoples, we have You're Selling the Dream.
Oh.
And so
but you see how we here right now. So you selling it, you selling it, you selling it, you selling it.
That's good, because usually that's how I be about friends do it. When we have a recording day, we're like, yo, I don't feel like going today. Because me, the way that I build my friendships is I don't try to sell myself. I literally tell them I took this from Mr. Beast straight up. Mr. Beast was like, yo, if you believe in what I got going on right here, we will all be millionaires.
Right.
And then all his mans are millionaires.
Right.
So I tell all my boys, listen, this is the plan. I mean, this is the dream that I have, but also this is the plan that we got going on.
Right.
If we stick to the dream and if we stick to the plan, we'll get to the dream and we'll all make it.
Right.
And that's how I got my peoples around me, to the point where they tell me sometime, like, yo, bro, you forgot this your dream. You selling your own dream right now, bro. Like, and I'm like, off that alone, you don't even got to get deep. Off that, bro, you're selling the dream. everybody get on their P's and Q's and we get back to rocking. So it's really good, like you said, to have those type of peoples around you that's really there to be like, yo, hey, you holding us from being millionaires, man. You feel me? You selling the dream, and I feel like that's very important. But then again, though, I want to focus on your photography. 10 years in the making. You just celebrated it, I believe, last month or this month.
This year.
This year. 10 years in the making, bro. How you feeling?
Mama, I made it. Shit. Like, I mean, yo, listen, man. They said if you want to trust God, become an entrepreneur,
That's
bro.
true.
Real talk. Because
it's a lot of faith, man.
You gonna have some days where it's like, yo, can I print my resume here? Because it's like, yo, like you gonna have days where you like, yo, what am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
And like, I seen a GIF one time, not a GIF, it was a video like on TikTok. It was this dude, if Mikey see this, he gonna be weak. It was a dude, like he put his suit back on, he put his book bag, and it was like POV of me clocking him back into my job because I made $30 in the last 6 months of being a photographer or entrepreneur. And yo, son was just calmly going back to work like, yo, I just wasted 6 months of my life and I made $35, bro. Like, that's mad crazy. So, yo, you gonna have times like that, bro. And and listen, let's stop the cap. I'm gonna put that gap between, hey, yo, what you see on Instagram, bro, I'm gonna let everybody know Instagram is a highlight reel.
For sure.
If you get a 35 on your math test, you gonna post that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If you get evicted, you gonna be like, yo, they're kicking me out. You gonna do that? Nobody's doing that, bro.
They gonna post the new crib though.
You posting the keys.
Yeah.
You gonna post the Benz.
Yeah.
You gonna post the shorty. You're not gonna post when she smacked you up last night.
Yeah.
But yo, my shorty got a fat butt. You see that face? Like, that's me. All right. You know what I'm saying? When you losing your weight, you're not gonna post like, yo, I'm 7,000 pounds. Like, you're not gonna post that. It's when you drop the pounds and you fit up, then you're gonna do the before and after, like, yo, look. So everything is all about being hot. Bro, when they do highlight reels on the finals before they go to commercial, they don't show shots of people missing.
Yeah.
You either getting blocked or dunked on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's something worth saying, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what the internet is. And it builds this facade of like, people really think entrepreneurship is, yo, you buy a camera, you get a microphone, or you start vlogging, and you lit. Nah, that's not it, bro. Like, that's not what it is, bro. And I feel like everybody's path is different.
Yeah.
Because before I started taking pictures, like, I was just a regular Instagram dude, like funny guy, just posting jokes, whatever. I used to dress nice and post pictures.
Okay.
And I had a lot of followers and stuff, but it's like, I wasn't getting paid for that. And I was like, yo, instead of making a photography page, I literally just deleted all the pictures of myself. And I changed my username and I started posting like my photos. Everybody was like, is this like a fake page? I was like, no, like I'm a photographer now. I'm using this to brand. And I was like, yo, if you already got a bunch of people looking at you, how can I use this to my advantage? How can I get paid for this?
Yeah.
And, you know, I just kept doing that. And, you know, I remember like taking my first picture. I still got it on my computer. I went to church. I had like a trench coat on. I gave my friend the camera. I was like, yo, take this picture of me. I took it and I was like, all right, dope. You get what I'm saying? And like my first like event, like they was having like a church event. I started in the church. I was doing events and stuff. And I did it for free. Like I just came like, yo, I'm a photographer. Like I want to shoot. It was a big concert, you know? And I'm taking pics at the concert. And like I posted the pictures on Facebook. And like it went viral. Like all the people from the concert started sharing it. Like, yo, this is the photographer. And a lady, I remember she was there. She was one of the like praise and worship leaders. She wrote me on Facebook and she was like, yo, stop taking pictures for free.
That one person.
And that one lady said that. And
one
ever since she
person.
said that, I went online and I made like a little, I had like a little like booking paragraph, like, oh, if you want to book or whatever. And like, yo, sometimes you don't always got to start from the barrel. You know how much I was charging like for photo shoots? Like I never did a photo shoot before. My starting rate was $200.
Oh.
$200. I ain't know nothing about lighting, nothing about cameras, nothing. I just had a camera and a lens and I had an eye. I'm like, yo, 200. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, people are like, no, you just started taking pictures, you just started $50. What $50 gonna do for me? I mean,
Yeah, like that. No.
back then and now, $50 could have did something. Now $50 not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But like, I had the mindset of this, right?
Yeah.
You don't suck. Like I'm okay. I wasn't the GOAT. I wasn't dope. I could take a picture. But I told myself, I was like, yo, if you leave it at 200, right? all you got to do is get one person to pay. One person. And when they pay and you post that, they're like, oh, this is a good picture. How much you charge? 200. Oh, it's a nice picture. I'll pay the 200. Now you got somebody else to pay. Stores like Gucci and stuff like that, Gucci didn't start selling belts for no $30, bro. It was like, yo, this belt is $500, bro. Like it or not. Who's Gucci? You about to find out. You feel me? And they just kept that. And all it takes is the right person to wear that belt.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing Gucci, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if Gucci dropped 200 years ago, 100 years ago, and Elvis Presley had a Gucci belt on at his concert, it's prestige.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to be like Elvis. I want to do that. I want to feel how Elvis feels on stage. So if I need to buy that Gucci belt to come that close to imitate, I'm buying the belt.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it costs. And now Gucci becomes a fad.
Yeah.
Everybody in the hood start wearing it. And once black people touch something,
it's over.
We milk it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we milk it the best.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like nobody could wear clothes like black people. We are fashion. You know what I'm saying? From head to toe.
You gonna get them talking.
Hair, glasses, suits, shoes. Black people gotta push that. If black people don't put it, they're not gonna wear it, bro. And yo, we make swag out of the stupidest stuff, bro.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time where, like, remember when the 3/4 shirts was out? That's a baseball shirt, bro. Black people don't really play baseball like that.
Hell no.
But when the hood stars came out and they had the Robin hats and the BB belts and the cargos with the foam posits, that was a look. And I'm pretty sure all of y'all had quarter short. If you didn't have a quarter short, you had a Robin hat. And if you didn't have a Robin hat, you had foam posits. And if you didn't have foam posits, you had a BB belt. I had all of them. I had a BB belt, I had the foam posits, I had a Robin hat, and I had the forget the 3/4 shirts. Remember the ones that said Coke Boys?
Yo, Coke Boys, oh my god.
Yo, you was a different type of dude.
Coke
If you pulled up with a
Boys.
Coke Boys shirt,
Yo.
Army fatigue cargos with foam posits and a Robin hat, you're getting all the girls in the school, bro.
Yeah.
You're taking everybody gal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But look, that's fashion. If I go outside like that today, they're gonna be like, bro, come on, it's not
you
2016, bro.
Yeah.
But it took black people taking it to that extent for you to be like, yo, we really, put that on. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever we do as blacks, men as well, we shine no matter what it is. Music.
Influential.
Yeah, but anything we touch, black people, once they get their hands on it, music, we the biggest entertainers in the world.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, fashion is always black. Black people got to be tied to something for it to be good. You know what I'm saying? So
It's tough. So
that's my cap on the brothers, the black folks.
The black folks. What would you say so far in your 10 years of being an entrepreneur? What would you say has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Getting published in
You
a
got
magazine.
published?
Yeah, a couple times.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I remember, bro, that was some tough stuff. Like that first 3-4 years of shooting, like I just had a different like mindset. Like I didn't want to be like a lit photographer. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about like the likes and all that stuff. I dead liked taking pictures.
Okay.
Like I legit enjoyed like the haptic of like clicking the shutter and hearing that and going home and developing the pictures. Like I actually enjoyed that to the point where like I was doing it for free. It was a hobby. And I remember like tapping in with like some top dog photographers that were shooting for like Vogue and stuff like that. Like those dudes are like, their cameras cost like $50,000, like that type of stuff. And I had like a little $800 camera and a little cheap lens and I was just doing my thing. And I remember like, yo, like these dudes used to just post like, oh, I just shot for this magazine, that magazine. And I felt like doing that was like equivalent to winning a Grammy or like winning the finals. Like I'm the type of dude, like whatever I'm doing, I want to be rewarded for it at the top dog level. Like if I was in the NBA, I'm not leaving the NBA until I get a chip. Okay. That's how I feel. Like if you're gonna be in the NBA, go to the championship. You don't gotta get 7, you get 1. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, not saying that's totally up to you, but that would be my mindset. Like, yo, if I made it to the league, I want to be, I want to get rewarded for that. Yo, if I'm a rapper, I want a Grammy. You feel me? I want an Oscar. I want to do something. I want to be acknowledged for the hard work that I put in because I love this craft so much. Yeah. So I felt like when it came to photography, like people were captivated with like, yo, I want to take pictures of Beyonce, this and that. I'm like, I want to get published in a magazine. I want my name to be on paper, selling somewhere. And like, I reached out to this magazine and like, yo, if you want to get your feelings hurt, bro, deal with them. They don't care
magazine people?
Who you are. Yo, bro, you'll send them work. They will literally reply to you like, that's not it. Oh. And yo, if you don't got tough skin, bro, like I told you, like in entrepreneurship, you can either cry or work harder. Yeah. And a lot of people cry. cry and leave. And oh my God, I can't take this. Clients start screaming at you and, oh, you're unprofessional. Like, they just cry and just fold. Like me, you got to push through. And I get that from my mother. And I kept sending them work. They just kept denying it. Man, I went and bought like some tutorial so I could like learn a little bit more.
For sure.
And I remember, bro, I spent thousands of dollars to learn what I know. Like I'm talking about $10,000 to $20,000 worth of knowledge.
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm buying classes for like $400 or $500 a lesson. And I remember when I was in college, I was going to school one day and I had a little bit of money to my name. I took that last piece of money and I bought that tutorial. I let it download and I came home and I used to watch it on my breaks in between classes. And they showing me stuff like, oh, that's how you do it. Started stepping it up, got some better models, got better with my shooting. And yo, I sent out that photo, bro. And they emailed me. They was like, yo, your thing has been accepted.
Oh, wow.
But like, that don't hit until I see the paper. Like the email was cool, like, oh, look, they considered my work. But like when they sent the paper back to your crib and like I opened it, I was on the front cover.
Oh,
like,
wow,
my
that's
name
tough.
was there. And
Wow.
I was like, damn, like they put my name there, like inside the book, like they was posting your work and all that, tagging your Instagram, all that. I was like, yo, this is fire.
Yeah.
Then I did it twice, 3 times. I think I got 9 publications.
Damn.
Yeah. So I thank God for that. Thank God for the Most High. And I feel like that was like when I felt like, yo, I did my thing.
Did your
Just,
thing.
like, I'm gonna keep shooting. I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
For
But
sure.
I feel like when it came to that point, I was like, yeah, this was my like golden year of like taking pictures. Like I felt good where, let's say I quit photography right now and my kids be like, yo, Dad, what you used to do? Yo, I was a photographer.
You
But
have stuff to
not
prove
any
it, though.
photographer. Like
Yeah.
I did this, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be able to showcase my work and be like, hey, I took this seriously.
Yeah.
You know, some parents that tell you like, yo, I used to play ball. Why are you not in the NBA?
Where's the
You know
ring?
what I'm saying? Like,
Where's the signboard?
yeah, so I don't like being the almost guy. Like
Okay.
I like making it happen. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna take it seriously, I'm gonna do it well. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever you're doing, that should be a mindset. Like if you're a musician, like strive to play on albums, strive to I wanna get to the point where I can express my feelings through my music. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there, but I want to be able to utilize what's going on in my head on the instrument.
Yeah.
And I feel like people should take that approach to everything. Like if you're gonna take pictures, take some good pictures.
Yeah.
If you're gonna dress well. If you're gonna get a haircut, get a good haircut.
Yeah.
If you're gonna smell good, smell great. So
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like my biggest accomplishment would be like getting
9
published.
published. 9 publishments. Yo, that's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's tough. I fuck with that. Then now, here's my tough question for you. They usually say, if you're gonna do something, better you learn one skill and stick to it. But you, like I said, DJ, barber, mechanic, photographer, videographer. I mean, like your list is long. So how have you managed to be the jack of all trade and excel at it instead of just being the guy that says, I'm gonna just stick to photography and that's it?
Right. The best analogy I could give is like I use a bucket analogy, right? So each bucket is a talent, a skill. And you know, the more full the bucket is with water, the more talented you are with the skill.
Yeah.
So all of the talents that I have, they started out as like hobbies, I told you. So each bucket, instead of filling up that one bucket and, you know, because sometimes filling that bucket up takes years.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I could pour everything I got for 5-6 years into photography. And I'm sitting there like, whew, that was 6 years. Let me try barbering. By the time you blink, you 30. So what I did, I took whatever vase I had with the water and I put little drops in each bucket.
Okay.
And as the years went by, I got better at each thing. You know what I'm saying? Like before, I've been cutting hair for 15 years now.
15 years.
It make me sound old. That's why I'm like saying that joint.
That's
It make me sound like
crazy.
I'm 40.
15
But,
years.
Yeah, and I remember that was my first talent. Like I remember how it happened. Like I came home from school and I needed a haircut, but I was being bad in school. So I asked my mom for the bread to get the cut, and she told me no. But she didn't tell me no because she didn't have it. She told me like, no, like you wilding in school, you're not getting no cuts, so you look cute to go to school and fail. No, bro, I had like $20 on me, bro. I took the bus to Target. I bought the cheapest clipper they had in there. It was like $14, bro. And I came home You know, black people, we don't read instructions.
I don't know.
So I just opened that joint and I shaved my head, bro.
You had the baldy?
Bro, I clean when you know you got the baldy when you done, your head get cold. Like,
I know.
bro,
I know.
I shaved my head, and in my head I'm like, all right, I could go to school and look decent, but it's like, bro, you look crazy.
Nah, that's wild.
But I was like,
bro.
all right, man. So I cut my hair. You know, my dogs, they got respect, so I ain't really saying nothing. You get what I'm saying? And then this became a pattern. I was like, oh, I'm a barber now. That's legit. I'm like, oh, it's free. I don't gotta pay for it. I'm shaving my head every week. So I didn't even know there was a separate clipper to like do the shape up. I literally just shaved my head and I turned it around. I was like, okay, like let me
That's wild, bro.
So I'm like, all right, right? And then one day I went to school, right? And this dude I was cool with, I ain't gonna call his name on camera. You probably watching this joint. Yo, bro, I was in the lunchroom, son. I'm talking about like the lunchroom was like the chill spot. All the girls was in the lunchroom, the older students, the seniors, the juniors, everybody was there. And like, son looked at me, right? I'll never forget this joint. And he said, yo, who's your barber? And I'm hyped. I'm like, yeah, I do my thing. He was like, you need to stop. And I was like, yo. Shout out to him if you watching this joint, you know who he is. And I said, damn, like, you know that Mr. Krabs meme when the whole room just starts spinning?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. And I know people in the lunchroom heard that. And it's like, yo, bro, you can't even walk away because you still look ugly with the cut when you walk away. And I was like, damn, that's OD, bro. And like, that shot my confidence down like OD. And I remember I picked up a summer job, my first paycheck, bro. I went to the beauty supply store and I started going on YouTube, like looking up tutorials. I was like, oh, that's the clipper that my barber be using when he do the shape up. I was like, let me go buy that. So I bought the T liner. I started practicing on my little brothers. Like, yo, let me give you a quick fade. Like, it's free. You don't gotta pay for it. And I started cutting their joint, and I started learning how to cut my hair. And then, like, I was doing that for some years, but it was like stagnant. Like, I wasn't trying to get booked. I just took advantage of getting free haircuts. Yeah. And I remember one time Mikey went to this barber, finessed his hair. Like, when Mikey came home, like, I didn't want to be a barber anymore. Because I was like, yo, who cut your hair, son? Yeah. And that cut was like, I was like, nah, son, like, I gotta step it up or quit. Quit while you can, because you not producing this type of work. And legit, I just started studying my craft a little bit more, getting into different clippers, people showing me how to fade, all that type of stuff. And I feel like at the same time this is happening over the years, like I'm dibble-dabbling in photography also. Trying DJ stuff, you know? Yeah. The DJ stuff came a little bit like easier because I'm a musician. So it's like when I
hear... You got the ear?
Huh?
You already got the ear?
Yeah, like the ear is there. So it's like I hear certain things, like I know what a good transition sounds like. Yeah. So I paid attention to that type of stuff. So I picked that up like pretty quick. My dad used to DJ as well. That's good. So, but the barbering thing, like I stick on to that like more than anything because that's something that I'm still learning. Like I still watch barber tutorials. I still like fade, like and pay attention to my fade. Like I feel like they said barbers don't retire, they die. Oh, wow. Like you're gonna die learning this joint. Like, cause every time you cut and you be like, yo, that's a fire cut, you could look at other barbers and be like, yo, nah, his work is dope. You get what I'm saying? Like I cut Germs hair all the time. Shout out to Germs, y'all. And I showed Germs barbers like, yo, this guy got it. Like I know what I'm doing, but it's like, yo, I take pride in looking at this person's work. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's always it's a spectrum for you to like improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? So all the little talents I got, I told you, I just pour little deposits into each other, and then like it just like and I study it. Like I feel like if you study, like it's easier. It becomes easier, and I feel like any hobby you have, if you want to make it a better hobby, you study it. Yeah. Simple. So if you play basketball for fun, study the game. Yeah. You're gonna know how to do a better crossover, a give and go, a pick and roll. You know, setting a screen, escaping a screen, like stuff like that. So anything you learn and put the knowledge and time into, it pays you back. It pays you back. Yeah.
It's beautiful, but beautiful. Of course, we can't talk about your greatest accomplishment without talking about your failures. So what has been one of the biggest hits that you've experienced in this whole entrepreneurship lifestyle? It's a lot, so I don't even want to go through each of them. So your top three, which has been photography, barber, and DJ. Or should I say music? Damn, let's say four.
Let's go with the DJ.
Let's go with the DJ? Okay, bet. What has been your biggest
Yo, bro.
failure with DJing?
I hope you're watching this too. I remember I got booked to do a birthday party, and I'm at the party, right? And I'm pulling up, and little did I know, like, when you're the DJ that closes the party, like, you're the DJ.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. Like, if I knew that, I would have opened the party.
Okay.
And, like, I'm pulled up. I'm a little nervous, but I'm like, all right, it's whatever. I DJ'd before in my room. I did a little thing. And it's like, I get there, right? And this is a party. Like, there's, like, hundreds of people in the room, bro. Like,
oh, no.
and the DJ that was in front of me that I was about to get off set, he already called his Uber. Like, he showed me the phone. He was like, yo, I'm out, gang. Like, plug your computer and go. So I remember Lolo was there, and I'm like, yo, I sit there and I plug the laptop in, bro. And like all the music that I synced to the laptop, like it got corrupted. So like I had like 2,000 songs transferred over and it didn't transfer. So I'm like,
oh.
And remember the party hot, because you know when they switching DJs,
For
people
sure.
still drunk, they smoking, they like, yeah, it's lit. Yo, when I tell you they start screaming at me like, yeah, bro, you better kill this. In my head, I'm like, y'all getting whatever come out this laptop, bro. Whatever come out this laptop, that's what you're gonna get tonight. And I'm like, yo, I'm wilding right now. So I'm like, plug it in, playing a little song or two, and I'm realizing like, yo, where's my music? Like, I can't do nothing, son. And I'm like, I flunked. Like, I was playing the music still, but I wasn't holding the party. Like, I seen some people walking out. Some people was like, can you play this instead? And I'm like, I don't got that. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, it's here, but it's corrupted. So it's like, and I was like, I flunked this gig, bro. And like, I played until the night was done. They turned the lights on, whatever. And I'm like, I went home and I wanted to quit. Like, I was gonna sell all my DJ equipment and like, I said, nah, bro, I ain't doing that. Like, so I fixed the computer and I figured out how to like get the stuff that was corrupted, not corrupted anymore. And I was doing my thing. And I remember, I think a month or two later, I got booked to do another event, and the dude pulled up. The dude who booked me to play for the second event, he pulled up, and I'm playing, and he told my brother, he like, yo, he nice now. And I was like,
man.
I wasn't not nice.
I just didn't have the songs.
But you can't tell them, no, I had a bad night. It's like, yo, bro, this is your chance. Like, we don't know who you are. Do your thing. You flunk.
Yeah.
So he seen me, he like, oh, you got music now, right? So I'm like, yeah, like, I explained to him what I just explained to you, like what happened. And he was like, oh, all right. And then ever since then, it just been taken off. I do baby showers, I do whatever, you feel me? So, but look, I told you I had the option. I could have went home and sold my equipment, quit. Like, oh, I don't DJ no more, bro. Don't call me for that. But I'm like, nah, bro, like you had a mishap. You get what I'm saying? You didn't do that on purpose. Now you got to just work on preparation. Like before I went to the gig, I should have plugged my laptop into my computer again. I mean, into the DJ software and checked if it worked. Because I would have saw that it got corrupted at home and I would have probably redid it. And I would have saved the day. But see, you just walked in there with the notion of like, oh, all I gotta do is plug in my laptop. And I walked in there and I said, yo. And when you see the people, bro, when people is drunk, they don't care, bro, about morals and yo, play that.
But they hear
DJ,
the vibe. They hear the vibe.
DJ, and it's like, my name's Jody. And like, they don't give a damn, bro. It's like, yo, like, you know, I color and I take pictures. It's like, they don't care, bro. Play the music. I'm drunk. There's girls in here. I'm trying to get lit. You messing up my night. And it was, you messed up the momentum. Cause like the dude who opened the party, like he just warming the party. Vibes is there. Second DJ, he bringing the vibes up. Third DJ, he keeping it there. The DJ before me, he put the house up. And it's like, all right, you take us home. And it's like, what are you doing? So I was just like, damn, like that. And like me just being a person that appreciates music, and like I go places now where I hear DJs and stuff. So when I hear a DJ not really holding the place down, I kind of, I'm like, damn, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, damn, this is how I made them feel that night. So it was like, I always try to make it my duty to, you know, make sure I play my music well. But I would say like, and out of all my talents and my career, like I feel like that was like one of the biggest flunks I ever took. Like, bro, you bailed tonight. But yo, I recovered pretty well.
Yeah, you doing your thing, bro.
Yeah,
You be shutting down. What's that spot you played at last time? It's not it was not a brunch vibe. You DJ'd at that place. I forgot. It's on Rogers. On Sunday.
Togo Logo?
Yes.
Shout out to Also Studios.
Oh, that's
Togo Logo, 2 years in now. First one was a sellout, second one was a sellout.
Yeah, you killed both every single time.
We gotta eat that up. That's part of the culture, bro. Like you just have to. It's a must.
It'd be like that.
If you're not gonna come for the food, if you're not gonna come for the girls, you're gonna come for the music. So we're gonna make sure that's taken care of.
That's valid. That's valid. Oh man, you do it all. Jack of all trades. You're always busy. You're always on the move. This is a question that I'm probably the ladies that's gonna be watching this probably want to know.
He trying to get mixy, son.
Are you single, my boy?
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with this lifestyle of entrepreneurship, we know how hard it is, trying to maintain a relationship and, trying to even have somebody in your life.
Right.
So that's my question to you. How is this life that you're living currently right now has impacted your romantic and dating life?
I feel like you got to walk in to women that understand. And when I say understand, people get that misconstrued and they feel like, oh, I only date girls that are entrepreneurs. No, I date girls with normal jobs, regular bodies, regular faces, 200 followers on Instagram, like normal girls. That's okay. And like, I feel like you got to deal with somebody that understand. And sometimes girls, they sell dreams too. Like they cap. The girls lie a lot. They'll tell you like, yo, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
You don't get it until I don't text you back for 9 hours because I was editing somebody's voice or editing a music video. And then you sitting there like, oh, communication is key. I told you 9 hours ago I'm gonna be busy for the next 10 hours. I communicated that. And it's like, that's not enough. You should call. See, this is why this can't work. And I told you that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now with dating, I'm not really like trying to be in a relationship. I just feel like I'm learning people. Like I'm learning women, whoever I'm speaking to or dating, courting or whatever. I'm learning a lot from women. I'm learning, and like, I'm older now. So it's like, I'm talking to older girls. I'm talking to girls that are my age, and I'm seeing like their viewpoints, their views on life. And like, and you gotta legit like, especially with my case, like you gotta remember, like if I marry somebody, right? I'm marrying you, and all I got is like my brothers and like my platonic relationships.
Yeah.
Like my mom is not here to meet you. My dad is not here to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't got little cousins running around. It's legit me and my two blood brothers. So when I meet your family and I gotta like introduce myself to your mom and possibly take her on as my mother, and same so for your father, you're marrying into that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not just your shorty, like you marrying her family.
Yeah.
So it's like, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. It's like, yo, let alone having a child. I think people don't take this kid thing as serious. Like, I have PTSD from like children. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love kids, but it's like, bro, like they're here like for good, right? Like, that's not a car. Like, that's not a lease where you could just be like, yo, forget it. Or like, you know how some people together, like they buy a car together, like, yo, the relationship, nice, let's buy a Benz. We split, all right, you take the Benz, or like, nah, bro, that kid is still equally yours and equally mine wherever you go. Imagine you buy a Benz and that's tied to you for the rest of your life. At your funeral, they got it parked up outside. Like, yo, that's mad crazy, son. And the bill collector's there, like, yeah, I'll be $250. I know he's ineligible to drive because he's dead, but like, it's still here. That's what a kid is, bro. And it's like, and now you introduce this whole like, all right, it didn't work out with your mom, so like, and I hate your mom, so like, I'm not gonna talk to you, I'm not gonna be in your life. And that builds resentment, and it's a lot. And it's like, I feel like people they be in relationships and they be like at a high, and everybody be like off that high, and they be like, yo, let's have a baby. I'm like, let's not. Like, you get what I'm saying? And it's like I don't care if I have a kid at like 40. I feel like I'm gonna have a kid when I feel ready mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, socially to bring forth child into this piece of shit world. Excuse my language, and I feel like I take that seriously. So like, like, and now it brings like some restriction when you're talking to older women, because they be on it. Like if I'm 28 and I'm talking to a girl that's like 35, she hitting you with the, yo, what we doing? We getting married, making babies? Like, what's the word? And it's like, you can't get tight because they got a biological clock.
That's where they at right now.
I can have a kid at 55 if I want. You get what I'm saying? And like women's bodies, like they retire after a while, and they, nobody wants to be 60 with a 10-year-old. You get what I'm saying? So, and remember, we can't press pause. We can't slow this joint down. We can't press rewind. It's literally just going. First time, everything. And it's like, yo, and then now you sitting there and they putting the pressure on you, like, yo, are you gonna marry me? I don't know. I met you last week. Like, you get what I'm saying? And ladies, the worst thing you could ask a dude, I'm gonna say this on camera, is what are your intentions with me? I don't know. I don't know.
Be like that.
Yo, you could have the fattest ass on Instagram, and I could look at that picture like, yo, I will blow her back out. But still, I still don't know my intentions with you, because if I pull up on you, right, and I don't like your hygiene, I don't like how you smell, I don't like how you carry yourself, I don't want to have sex with you anymore. I said that before because I like what you put on the highlight reel, Instagram. But now that I'm actually with you and I'm hearing how you talk, I'm hearing how you process life, I don't want no type of intimacy with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you dating people, like, you gotta, like, when girls be like, oh, what's your intentions? What do you see in me? I got your number 3 days ago, bro.
Give it time.
I don't know. Give it time. I'll feel you out. And here's the thing. Women feel like when dudes is feeling them out, oh, I'm taking you wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time. It was a trial.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you go test drive a Benz around the block and you don't like how it drive, and the guy be like, yo, you wasting my time. No, I drove the Benz and now I realize that this is not what I want. You can have your Benz back. I'm good. Now women get upset because, like, the perks you get from the trial. Like,
well, that if you want to be real, that's up to them though. They still gotta hold up their end.
But women get mad because it's like, all right, cool. Let's say you date a girl and y'all dating before y'all get in a relationship 6-8 months in. Y'all having sex, y'all going out, you spending money on her, she's spending money on you. Y'all having intimate times, you meet your fam. And then you just wake up one day like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. What do you mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine you get a test drive, right? And they take you to a 5-star hotel. They give you some steak mid-drive. And then you just be like, yeah, I don't want this no more. You don't think they're gonna get tight? They're gonna want some type of refund, bro. So that's why girls be sick. Dudes be sick too. We be tight too. And it's like, yo, I took this girl here. I spent this on her, and she cheated on me? Or like they left me for that?
It'd be like that.
But people need to understand, yo, that's the risk that come with dating. That's what happens when you talk to people. When you date, you have to have that mindset of like, yo, this may not work out, and I need to be okay with that. But people get bitter, like, oh, I hate him, I hate my ex, or he could go to hell. Come on, mamas, don't do that.
You know what come with it though.
Yeah, I don't hate none of my exes. I don't have bitter vibes towards none of that.
Except one, but she'll be all right.
Turn them up. But you feel me? I just feel like, yo, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Like, you know, and it's like, one thing with me in relationships, I try. And like, I'll try 50 times with you before I try once with somebody else. So usually, like, if I'm in a relationship and it don't work out, like, I don't double back. I don't spin the block again. I don't do none of that.
So you one and done with everything?
It's not one and done. Like I told you, I'll
you try
until it don't make sense anymore. And I will, like, for me to look at you and be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, you got to be an insufferable woman.
Damn.
Yes. Meaning like, yo, I don't want to be in your presence. I don't want to communicate with you. I don't want to be cool with you. I don't want to be around you. Like, you got to be an insufferable type of woman for a man, not even me, a man to look at you and be like, I don't want nothing from you. Not even something platonic, not even something cordial. You go over there and I'm going to stay right here. You got to be insufferable. So I feel like, yeah, there's no bitter vibes. If it don't work, it don't work. So right now, dating for me is just like a learning experience. Like, hey, yo, we can hang. But I always make that clear, like, yo, I'm chilling, bro. Yo, what's your intent? I'm chilling, bro. So we chilling, you vibing, I'm vibing. You look good, I look good. If you happen to like me, you like me. If I happen to like you, but I always have that in my head, like, yo, do not get caught up. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Makes sense. Sheesh, bro. This was a bit. I feel like I actually know who you are now. I ain't gonna lie. Hearing,
a little something.
I grasped something, feel me? Because like I said, it was always from the outside looking in.
Right.
You feel me? All we saw was Mr. Paparazzi, you know what I'm saying? The podcaster, the photographer, the Mr. who does every little bit of everything. But then we never got to know who Jody was.
Right.
You feel me? And so I'm glad that now you're starting to incorporate Jody more into, you know what I'm saying, bringing him out there. Because nowadays we're in an era right now where the personal brand is sort of more important than the actual brand itself. So I believe that this whole talk right here will actually help people to understand why it is that you do what you do and why it is that you are who you are. And I just appreciate the vulnerability because, you know, speaking about death is something that's not common. Speaking about yourself is something that's not common. It takes a lot of vulnerability, it takes a lot of confidence. So I just want to first off say I appreciate your confidence. I appreciate you for coming out and speaking. I just want to give you your flowers, bro. You're doing your thing, man.
All right,
You're
man.
doing your thing. You feel me? But of course, I gotta ask this. With where you are right now, would you change anything? Do you have any regrets as far as your 26 years of living?
Nah, I feel like right now, you know when you climb the top of the mountain and you just sitting there like, yo, I did that? That's how I feel right now. Like, I like myself.
Yeah.
I like what I can do. I like the people that's around me. They rooting for me, I'm rooting for them. My gratitude is on 1,000. Like right here where I'm at right now, I am 101% like satisfied and happy with that. Like I'm cool. My mind is level-headed. I got people around me that love me. I love the folks around me, and like life is good.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
beautiful.
I want to do everything in my power to keep what I got here flowing.
To keep it
forward.
flowing?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's only one thing I got left to ask you. What would you tell to your younger self right now if you were to have him face to face with you right now?
Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Like don't let the likes and the comments and the shares and the flowers get to your head. Like, yo, you that guy, don't do that. You're not that guy until you go in that box and they put you down. Like that's when you finish the race. And you always gotta, I don't care if you're on TV, you always gotta strive for greater. Like there's never a point where you could like chill and be like, I did enough. When I'm 65 maybe, but right now, no. So I feel like, yo, don't get comfortable with the flowers, and the accomplishments is cool. Like I look at accomplishments like checkpoints and stuff. Like you see how 10 years, this is just a beginning of like another 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, how I shot the last 10 years, I'm not gonna be shooting like that now.
Yeah.
Moving forward, you know, I'm gonna be doing bigger and better things and stuff. So what I would say to my younger self, like 15, 16, don't get comfortable and don't think it could never happen to you. I'll leave you with that.
That's beautiful. I mean, well, anything else you want to tell the people before we sign out?
Listen, man, stay the course, trust God, and never think it can't happen to you. And look good. Whatever you can, always look good.
Simple. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jody Adams, AKA Mr. Paparazzi. Thanks a lot for your vulnerability. Thanks a lot for your confidence. And I hope that people can grasp you and know who you are a little bit better. And bro, just keep doing you, bro.
Appreciate you,
man.
man.
Yes, sir.